So, I recently received another comment asking a pretty good question. Is it worth it to buy a Wii U to play Splatoon 1? This is a much trickier question to answer than if Splatoon 2 is still worth it this year, because for one, the majority of Splatoon players didn't play Splatoon 1 and don't have a Wii U, and two, any answer I give won't be a one-size-fits-all thing. I just picked up a Wii U about a week ago to finally play Splatoon 1, and my experience honestly has been pretty mixed. The wait time to find lobbies is either going to be super fast, or so ungodly slow, you're going to be better at Squid Jump than you are actually going to be getting better at Splatoon, because of how long you'll be stuck in a lobby for. Some enticing features could probably draw Splatoon 2 players' attentions to Splatoon 1 are definitely the old specials, different meta, and the maps that haven't made it in Splatoon 2 yet. But just as a warning, the appeal of getting Splatoon 1 just for the old specials is a gimmick that from my experience wears off pretty quickly. There's a reason that the Splatoon 1 specials that are coming back to Splatoon 3 are getting massive reworks. They're cool, but some of the best ones like Bubbler and Kraken are essentially just get out of jail free cards. If your only reason to get into Splatoon 1 is specials, then I'd say no. Going out and getting a Wii U in Splatoon 1 is definitely not worth it. And just to say this real quick, I don't know where else to put this here, if you already have a Wii U, then getting Splatoon 1 is definitely worth it in any circumstance. Splatoon 1 is a super easy to find game for like 20 bucks, and you can definitely get more than $20 of enjoyment from it. But what if you're someone more interested in Hero Mode? You've always heard that Hero Mode 1 is better than Hero Mode 2. Is it true? It's a lot more subjective than that. Splatoon 1 and 2's Hero Modes, while having a lot of story similarities, are designed totally different. Hero Mode 1 isn't nearly as serious as 2's, it doesn't feel like the stakes are super high. The Splatoon community dogs on Nintendo for having this silly Callie's missing thing, but in reality it really helps raise the tension of Hero Mode 2. And also, from experienced Splatoon players, you're going to be able to beat Hero Mode 1 in about like 2.5 to 3 hours. It's not hard in any way, shape, or form, which Hero Modes are never supposed to be, but the only thing that's considerably more difficult is just about how much damage you take from Octarians in 1 versus 2. Like, Twinical Octotroopers are actually threats with how fast they can shred you. People say the 2 campaigns are really similar, although 2's is just a lot more like a more polished versions of 1, and the dialogue's a lot better in 2's as well. Splatoon's 1 dialogue gets good around the 5th world, whereas 2's dialogue is good all the way through. Not like Octo expansion level good, but it's still better than 1's. Also, the level design in 2's are typically a lot longer than the levels in 1. A lot of people will tell you that 1's is better, but after playing both, I'd definitely be willing to bat for Hero Mode 2. So if you don't have a Wii U and you want Splatoon 1 just for the Hero Mode, you'd be better off just watching the campaign on YouTube. Now, what if you're super into Splatoon and just want to play Splatoon 1 to play Splatoon 1? Well, if that's the case, it seems like you're dead set on what you want, which isn't bad. But if you've never played Splatoon 1 before, or have only played it a few times, if I were you, I would try to reach out to some friends to try to borrow a Wii U and Splatoon first, which for some people is easier said than done. But the point I'm trying to make here is that before you go out and spend $150 to $175 on a Wii U with Splatoon, it'd be better to find a way to play it a bit more for an extended time. If you're not that interested after you're playing, you can say you've got some experience under your belt and say that you've tried 1, thought it was okay but didn't like it as much as 2, and then just go back to playing 2. But if you were able to secure a little sample and you fell in love with it, here's some ideas on how you could go out and get a Wii U and Splatoon without having to spend a fortune, because remember, if you don't have a Wii U, you're gonna have to drop a little bit to get that. For actually finding a console, I'd avoid places like GameStop because they can't be trusted to fully inspect the consoles they give you before they sell them. Like, from personal experience, I sold them my old Xbox One that could no longer connect to Wi-Fi, and they gave me full price for it. So in any case, don't buy a Wii U from GameStop. Look around for more of your local stores that don't have, like, big names. Typically, you can try to talk the prices down and trade other games to get the consoles at a lower price. And normally, they'll actually test them more because they've got more to lose than big chains do when they sell you stupid stuff. The reason I stress this so much is because the majority of people that have interest in trying Splatoon 1 don't have a Wii, so you're going to be spending quite a bit of money on this. So if you're gonna have to put so much money down, you should really do your own research before you drop so much to play one game. So to answer the question, is Splatoon 1 still worth it? It really comes down to your interests and how the two games differ. or if you're just curious about Splatoon 1 and have the money to drop on it. Because its price to entry is very high. If you've never played either Splatoon before and you're wondering if you should start with 1, if you've got a Wii U, then yes. If you don't, you're better off starting with 2. You're not going to be missing much. But anyways, that is it for me. If you liked what you saw, definitely like and subscribe to see more videos like this. Alright gamers, see ya.